This year is already shaping up to be an excellent year for base builders, and there's more on the way. There's a bunch of really cool upcoming base builders that are pushing the genre in some new directions, from innovative mobile bases to hardcore tactical management to mind-bending automation systems. That is what base builders are all about. Accordingly, I've put together a huge list of all the best upcoming base builders that I think you'll be interested in. What do you think? Have I missed any? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, drop us a like. And if you're one of the, approximately 75% of viewers that YouTube tells me aren't subscribed to the channel, well, heck, what can I say? You should change that. There's lots more videos like this on the channel and coming. Let's dive into the most exciting upcoming base builders that I'm looking forward to. The Altars is easily one of my most anticipated games of 2025, blending survival, base building, and management with a thought-provoking sci-fi narrative. The high-concept premise puts you in the role of Jan Dolsky, a worker stranded on a hostile planet who creates alternate versions of himself, or alters, using a mysterious substance. Each altar represents a different path Jan's life could have taken. The game's most innovative feature is your mobile base. The planet is slowly rotating towards a deadly sun, forcing you to constantly stay on the move to survive in the shadows. This creates a time pressure mechanic that affects every decision that you make, from resource gathering to base expansion. Beyond the survival elements, the Altars dives deep into themes of identity and sacrifice. Each altar has a unique personality shaped by different life choices, creating moral dilemmas about how you'll interact with these versions of yourself. How far will you go, and who might you sacrifice to make it home? Originally planned for Q1 of 2025, the Altars has been delayed to a general 2025 release window. Despite the delay, the game's unique premise and mechanics make it one of the most innovative base builders on the horizon. Don't forget to drop it a wishlist on Steam if you're interested. Survival Machine is a base building game, but you build your entire base on the back of a massive mobile machine that serves as your fortress, your home, and of course, your transportation. This co-op third-person survival adventure game lets you navigate diverse, vibrant landscapes with your entire base moving alongside you. What makes this concept so brilliant is how it solves the sort of typical base building problem of expansion. Instead of being limited to one single location, your colossal machine travels with you through varying biomes, each presenting unique challenges and resources. The mobility completely changes your approach, as you'll need to consider terrain, accessibility, and defensive positioning as you move. Kind of like the Altars, actually. When playing with friends or just by yourself, you'll gather resources to upgrade your machine and build structures that enhance your survival capabilities. The game promises random challenges across diverse environments, ensuring no two playthroughs feel the same. The visual design of the machine itself is a highlight for me, with a steampunk-inspired aesthetic that allows for customization. While there's no firm release date yet, Survival Machine's mobile-based concept makes it very interesting for me. Solarpunk is a survival base builder set in a technically advanced world of floating islands. Construct buildings, cultivate food, and craft gadgets while exploring the sky in your custom airship. What makes Solarpunk special is its energy system, which harnesses natural elements like sunlight, wind, and water to power your base. This renewable energy focus aligns with the game's Solarpunk aesthetic, a vision of the future where technology and nature exist in harmony rather than in conflict. The automation aspects also look promising, allowing you to create systems that handle resource gathering and plant maintenance. This lets you focus on exploration and expansion rather than, sort of regular maintenance tasks. Visually, the game looks bright. There's an optimistic art style that is sort of a stark contrast with the sort of regular stuff that we see in the post-apocalyptic genre. Solarpunk is targeting a 2025 release date on Steam, and based on what I've seen so far, it looks to be chill. It looks to be pretty visually distinctive, and it looks pretty darn interesting. Whiskerwood delivers a charming twist on the base builder formula by putting you in charge of an industrious mouse civilization. This genre-bending game combines classic base building with advanced automation systems while adding a layer of narrative through your relationship with the oppressive cat overlords. You'll carve through mountains, cross seas, and explore untamed lands as you build grand mouse cities that grow increasingly complex over time. The production chains in Whiskerwood are particularly impressive, impressive, with elaborate automation systems that you'll need to develop to keep your mouse society running efficiently. The game is being published by Hooded Horse, which has built a reputation for releasing quality strategy and simulation titles. Their involvement gives me the confidence that Whiskerwood will be an absolute banger. The art style is striking, detailed environments bring together this lovely miniature world. While there's no confirmed release date yet, the depth of automation systems combined with the unique setting makes this one of the most intriguing base builders on the horizon for 2025. Full disclosure, Sandustry leans heavily into the automation genre, but it's still an exceptional base builder at its core. If you're interested in more games like this, check out my upcoming automation games list linked in the description. Now, what sets Sandustry apart is its granular resource control system. You'll literally be refining the world into gold to progress, with an incredible level of detail in how materials interact and transform. The game gives you intricate control over resource flow, and it feels almost sort of hypnotic once you get all of your systems up and running smoothly. Even though it's currently just a demo, the addictive gameplay loop is already fully realized. There's enormous potential here for the full release, with complex production chains and optimization challenges that will keep you engaged for dozens of hours. I wouldn't be surprised if a major publisher picks this one up soon. It is really that promising. The only downside is that there is no release date yet, but based on the quality of the demo, this is absolutely one to keep your eyes on as we move through 2025. While Nova Roma leans more towards a sort of strict city builder than a base builder, it's an impressive title and it deserves a mention on both lists. If you're interested in just city builders, then check out my dedicated city builder list linked in the description. Developed by the team behind Kingdoms and Castles and published by Hooded Horse, who seem to be cornering the market on quality strategy games, Nova Roma puts you in charge of founding a new Roman colony as the original empire falls into decay. Starting from a humble village, you'll build a society that aims to recapture the glory of Rome. What immediately stands out are the impressive water mechanics, which look to add both visual beauty and strategic depth to your city planning. The game challenges you to balance the many needs of your citizens while constructing grand temples to appease gods, a classic city building formula enhanced with thoughtful new systems. While with Hooded Horse's track record of publishing excellent strategy games, I'm expecting Nova Roma to be one of the standout titles of the year. Definitely one to wishlist if you enjoy historical settings with deep management systems. Calyx is a very interesting base builder style game. It's also got like RTS elements in it, but the most interesting thing about this game, I would say, is the enemy. It's this big sort of sprawling tree type creature that you have to push back. It actually sort of feels more like a wave. Either way, you're able to head down to the planet's surface, you're able to mine for resources, and you need to send those resources up to a sort of space platform that your company is operating. You're also able to buy some vehicles and defenses to hopefully help you push back this wave enemy. It's a very, very good game. It's currently in alpha. The demo that has released is a very sort of alpha look at what the game is going to be like. However, you can already see the incredible potential that is here. I am super, super looking forward to the full release of this game. No idea when that's going to be, but I cannot wait. Desperate Place is a cross between a tower defense game and a base builder. You are effectively a crew member, and you are the sole protector of this ship that has crashed on an alien world. And in order to defend the ship, you need to make sure that you build up a base that is worthy of the ability to protect against a whole bunch of spooky, creepy aliens. I played this game on the channel recently. It is a really sort of fluid, really impressively looking base builder. Good sort of mix between managing an economy and also managing a defensive network. Can't wait to see more of Desperate Place when it releases on the 22nd of April, 2025. Super Fantasy Kingdom introduces a genuinely unique premise to the base building genre. Returning from a hunting trip to find your lands in ruin, you must rebuild your kingdom while defending against monster hordes that attack your gates each night. But here's the twist. Should your city fall, you begin a new run with the rewards from previous attempts. More heroes at your disposal, previously unexplored lands already uncovered, and new opportunities to push further into this cycle of life and death. This is a roguelike approach to base building, and it creates a pretty compelling progression system. Each run teaches you something new, allowing you to strategize differently for your next attempt. The day-night cycle adds urgency to your building decisions, construct defenses that are too weak, and you won't survive the night. Focus too much on defense, and your economy will suffer during the day. The demo is occasionally available, and absolutely worth your time. I've linked it in the description below, alongside every other game on this list. With its innovative blend of base building, defense, and roguelike progression, Super Fantasy Kingdom is shaping up to be one of the most interesting releases for the genre in 2025. Ground of Aces is a base builder that focuses on World War II air bases, blending resource management with personalized sort of storytelling. I've already covered this one on the channel. Check up in the top right-hand corner if you want to see some further gameplay. And it's shaping up to be quite an interesting title. With complete creative freedom, you'll construct every wall, develop essential infrastructure, and house iconic aircraft from Hurricanes to Spitfires. Aviation enthusiasts will appreciate the detailed recreation of these planes and the challenges of maintaining them in wartime conditions. What sets Ground of Aces apart is its character-driven approach. Beyond infrastructure, you'll manage pilots and crew, ensuring both their physical and mental well-being while preparing them for dangerous missions. Each crew member has a distinct personality and backstory, reflecting the daily struggles and camaraderie of remote air bases during the war. It's also kind of like a comic book style, which makes it quite vibrant, and it kind of like feels quite interesting and unique. This aesthetic choice, combined with its historical setting and engaging mechanics, makes Ground of Aces a standout. For fans of both history and simulation games, look for it coming at some point in 2025. Prison Architect 2 represents a bold evolution in the series, breaking out of its 2D roots into a fully 3D world. The transition brings a fresh perspective to prison management while maintaining the depth that made the original a classic. The shift to 3D completely transforms how you'll design and interact with your penitentiary. Multi-level facilities allow for vertical expansion, with every design choice from guard tower placement to recreational area proximity having greater impact on inmate behavior. Enhanced AI creates prisoners who form relationships, plot escapes, and react dynamically to your prison policies, making your management decisions more consequential than ever. The revamped career mode takes the series in a new direction by putting you in charge of multiple facilities across a world map. Whether you focus on rehabilitation or punishment, your approach shapes not just individual prisons, but your reputation as a warden in this larger ecosystem. While Prison Architect 2 has faced development challenges, publisher Paradox, who do know a thing or two about successful simulation games, does seem committed to getting it right, though currently it is delayed indefinitely. This sequel remains one of the most anticipated base builders for fans of the genre. Tempest Rising returns to the golden age of real-time strategy with classic base-building gameplay set in an alternative modern-day war scenario. For those missing the days of Command & Conquer, this game scratches that nostalgic itch while adding modern refinements. The game features 3 unique factions, each with distinct approaches to combat and economy. Base construction feels satisfyingly familiar. Build your headquarters, expand resource operations, and construct military facilities to produce units. The built-in customization options let you approach both campaigns and multiplayer matches with your preferred strategies. What sets Tempest Rising apart is its commitment to the classic RTS formula that many modern games have strayed away from. If you've been waiting for a proper spiritual successor to the 90s and 2000s era of base building strategy RTS games, mark April the 24th, 2025 on your calendar, because that's when Tempest Rising officially launches. Breathedge 2 continues the story of the man in this ironic, retro-futuristic space survival game, challenging players to take on the powerful Breathedge Corporation without dying or losing their minds in the emptiness of space. The base-building elements center around managing and upgrading your spaceship, expanding its capabilities, and equipping new and occasionally useless compartments. This blend of survival mechanics with spaceship construction creates a pretty unique challenge as you navigate space dangers while maintaining your mobile base. The game's dark humor and retro-futuristic aesthetic create a distinctive atmosphere that sets it apart from more serious space survival games. The balance between resource management, survival mechanics, and ship customization promises varied gameplay for fans of both base building and space exploration. Breathedge 2 is currently listed as to be announced, but based on the success of the original, it's one to watch in 2025 and beyond. Ant Colony Wild Forest puts a spin on the base building genre by casting you as an ant queen leading a colony in a dynamic ecosystem. Rather than controlling individual ants, you'll manage from above, spawning specialized units, upgrading abilities, and designing your underground anthill. The freeform building system lets you dig and construct your anthill however you want, with complete freedom to prioritize efficient movement or fortified defenses with no limit on the number of ants you can spawn. Your colony size is constrained only by your resource management skills. Featuring over 80 different enemy types, you'll need a balanced combination of ant species from warriors and tanks to farmers and scouts. Each location challenges you to expand your colony, fend off threats, or destroy rival bases, all while ensuring your queen's survival. Releasing in Q3 of 2025, this distinctive premise makes it one of the most innovative base builders on the horizon. Space Drilling Station delivers exactly what its name promises, a space-based drilling operation that you'll need to optimize and expand. The game challenges you to manage a 10-story tower with limited space, requiring thoughtful organization to maximize output while meeting employee needs. The vertical building constraint creates a unique puzzle-like approach to base construction. Rather than expanding outward, you'll have to think carefully about how each floor connects to create efficient workflows. The automation aspects allow you to create systems that keep your station running smoothly with minimal intervention. I previously covered this game when it was called Station 9. The space setting adds a bunch of atmospheric pressure to your management decisions because mistakes in space can be costly. With its focus on vertical construction and automation, it's a refreshing take on the base building formula that emphasizes efficiency over sprawl. Dawn Apart challenges you to transform an alien landscape into a thriving industrial colony. You'll harvest resources, design production lines, and optimize efficiency in a fully destructible world where every factory, pipeline, and outpost adapts to your choices and challenges. The hostile environment demands resilience, requiring you to defend your base against environmental threats and mysterious alien forces while balancing settler needs. Strategic planning and adaptability are essential if your colony is to survive. What makes Dawn Apart exciting is how it combines this whole sort of industrial optimization sort of aspect with survival elements. Destructible World offers creative freedom in resource extraction and base layout, while alien threats add urgency to expansion. The developers recently met their Kickstarter goals. I had a look at the playtest, check up in the top right-hand corner right now, and while it's still sort of rough around the edges, the potential here is enormous, in my opinion. Definitely one to watch as development progresses. In Modulus, you're tasked with setting up factory lines to craft building blocks known as modules. What makes this game unique is that there are no fixed recipes. How you achieve the required module is entirely up to you. This freedom lets you design production lines according to your own creativity and efficiency goals. The game combines production chains with base building in what is one of my favorite combination of genres. You'll automate the construction of more modules to build more of your base, creating a satisfying loop of expansion and optimization. The open-ended nature encourages experimentation and problem solving. While there's no word on a release date yet, Modulus is definitely one to watch for fans of factory builders like Satisfactory or Dyson Sphere program who want more freedom in approaching production challenges. Earth of Oryn is an ambitious indie city builder slash base builder set in a medieval world. Starting from nothing, you'll shape your kingdom according to your vision while managing the needs of your people. Build cities, castles, towns, and establish the laws and moral systems to guide them all. Beyond construction, you'll raise armies to protect your kingdom in real-time battles. The game offers a comprehensive approach to medieval governance, requiring you to manage your economy, gather resources, trade with other civilizations, and research new technologies. What looks particularly satisfying to me is the castle and city building aspect of it all. The game promises detailed construction options that allow you to create impressive medieval settlements. After a delay from Q1 to Q2 of 2025, we'll be waiting a little bit longer, but based on what I've seen so far, it should be worth the wait. Infinitory combines base building, automation, and tower defense in a roguelite top-down experience. The game's unique premise forces you to build vertically in limited ground space, creating a multi-layered factory while defending against waves of enemies in a procedurally generated environment. There's honestly not a huge amount to go with on this one. I mean, it looks really, really good. It looks like a really sort of satisfying factory builder. The visuals look excellent. I'm just excited to sort of see the interaction between the base building aspect and the defense aspect. Either way, we don't have too long to wait for this one, as this one is going to be releasing in Q2 of 2025. I cannot wait. Star Rupture is a first-person open-world base-building game that combines advanced combat with extensive exploration. Play alone or in a group on this gorgeous, ever-changing planet as you extract resources, create complex industrial systems, and fight off hordes of alien monsters. While details are still somewhat limited, the game appears to share sort of DNA with titles like Satisfactory, but with a greater emphasis on combat and defense. The first-person perspective allows for immersive exploration and building, while the combat elements add urgency to the typical base-building loop. The alien planet setting provides a visually striking backdrop for your industrial creations with diverse biomes to explore. Star Rupture is scheduled for 2025, and it's one to watch if you like base builders with action elements. Icaria merges automation with exploration in an indie take on the base building genre. Set on a procedurally generated alien world, you'll command a team of robots to gather resources, reshape terrain, and build increasingly complex factories. What makes Icaria stand out is its visual programming system that lets you automate virtually any task. As your colony expands, you'll need to master this scripting language to handle the growing complexity of resource chains and production demands. The voxel-based world features realistic terrain generation with diverse biomes, each presenting unique challenges and resources. The game incorporates an intriguing fog of war system where you'll gradually expand your radio network to reveal more of the planet. With mutatable terrain, growing trees that form their own ecosystems, and trucks for long-distance logistics, Icaria offers depth beyond simple resource gathering. Look for this promising automation-focused base builder when it launches at some point in April 2025. Stronghold Crusader Definitive Edition revitalizes the classic castle builder with new content and modern upgrades. Set during the Crusades, it adds 8 new units, 4 AI lords, and campaigns spanning 3 crusades. Veterans will enjoy larger maps, quality of life improvements, and enhanced visuals from the original artwork. Play as Richard the Lionheart or Saladin in historically inspired battles, tackle challenges in co-op, or compete in 8-player multiplayer. With workshop support and a remastered soundtrack, this refreshed experience launches July 15th, 2025. Sticking with the castle theme, Castlecraft merges voxel building with siege defense in a fully destructible world. As the king's advisor, you'll design fortresses while fending off quirky enemies. The game uniquely combines base building with combat by having villagers gather resources, and automate construction, and run your economy on the back lines, whilst you focus on the strategy of defending the castle on the front lines. It's a sort of physics-driven destruction engine, and it creates unpredictable siege scenarios as you balance expansion, training defenders, and setting traps. With enemies gaining new abilities throughout the campaign, Castlecraft continuously challenges your strategic defensive mind. Look for this voxel siege sandbox at some point in April 2025. In Machine Mind, you play as a cube that can transform the world around it. Build yourself into a vehicle to collect scrap and rebuild a desolate landscape. The game blends automation, exploration, and combat as you program bots to explore the world and defend against enemies with an impressive weapons arsenal. This is a pretty unique combination of elements not often found in other base builders, that is for sure. While there's no confirmed release date quite yet, Machine Mind's creative concept absolutely makes it worth watching. If the demo returns, it's definitely worth giving it a go. Outworld Station puts you in command of an industrial space complex in the hostile Tau system. This visually striking factory builder challenges you to build supply chains and manufacturing facilities across multiple planets. Starting with basic asteroid mining, you'll advance to cloud miners, robot freighters, and antimatter technology. The construction system lets you design civilian and military starships, requiring increasingly complex production techniques. Establish stations across various worlds, connected via wormholes, portals while defending against mysterious forces. With 4-player online co-op, Outworld Station offers both solo and collaborative base building opportunities. Early access launches April 22nd, 2025. Paddle Protectors combines tower defense, RTS, and base building with a minimalist aesthetic. Defend settlements against crabs, bugs, and other invaders through strategic planning and active combat. Build farms and factories for resources and ammunition while fortifying borders with defensive structures. Unlike standard tower defense games, you directly control the sort of military units to respond to the threat as it evolves. Resource management becomes crucial as you research technology and unlock even more advanced units. Paddle Protectors arrives in Q2 of 2025. Rail Gods of Hysterra. This is a peculiar one. It kind of reimagines the sort of survival base builder mechanics by placing your fortress on a living train in a Lovecraftian post-apocalypse. Yeah. Anyway, as a dreamer bound to a sentient locomotive, you'll navigate a landscape devastated by great old ones. Your rail god is a fusion of beast and machine that consumes entities and enemies as fuel. Upgraded with specialized carriages whilst managing health, hunger, and sanity through scavenging and dark rituals. With 1 to 5 player co-op support, you can face Hysterra's horrors alone or with friends. Customize your character and train while combining melee and ranged combat and spells against cultists and nightmarish creatures. This one is coming on the 23rd of April 2025, so not long to wait. Night is Coming merges survival strategy with Slavic mythology. Lead survivors fleeing an encroaching darkness by establishing settlements while preparing for nights filled with mythical horrors. Balance daytime construction with nighttime defense while managing settlers with unique abilities and attributes. Delegate tasks from farming to combat as you prepare for threats like ghouls, leshies, and night hags emerging from mysterious portals. As darkness strengthens over time, you'll eventually relocate to new lands with dynamic seasons, weather, and an enchanting soundtrack. This early access title drops on the 14th of April, 2025. Sanctuary Shattered Sun reimagines RTS warfare and base building on a Dyson sphere encircling the sun. This ambitious strategy game revives classic RTS scale while introducing battlefield mechanics and manipulation. Deploy super weapons that literally shatter parts of the Dyson sphere, sending enemy bases into the sun, seize climate systems to freeze oceans, creating new invasion routes for ground forces. Enjoy massive 40 by 40 kilometer battlefields that support up to 10,000 units with strategic zoom, letting you command vast armies or focus in on individual units. 3 distinct factions. There's lots and lots to look forward to in this one. Nothing with regards to a release date yet, but definitely one to watch if you're interested in this type of game. Darfall combines hero-based RPG mechanics with base building in a dynamic day-night cycle. Control powerful heroes protecting settlements against undead hordes in the fantasy continent of Agonor. During daylight, gather resources, fortify your town, and explore for treasures. At night, survive waves of undead using both hero abilities and defensive preparations. Level up wizards, warriors, and champions while unlocking powerful skills and artifacts. This game is published by Paradox, and it is releasing on the 8th of May, 2025. Here's a really interesting and unique one for you. This is CitaDrill, and CitaDrill fuses roguelike action with base building as you captain a giant drilling machine through a mysterious abyss. With 1-bit inspired visuals and feline humor, manage a moving settlement operated by, you guessed it, cat workers. Your ever-changing base constantly moves through hazardous environments, requiring quick thinking as you place buildings and assign workers on the go. Harvest resources from surrounding areas while defending against bizarre creatures like colossal centipedes and giant ice shrimps. Roguelike elements ensure that each failed expedition teaches lessons for your next attempt. CitaDrill offers a fresh take on the genre, especially with its whimsical cat crew. Nothing on a release date for this one quite yet, but I'll be watching it. Crops and Conveyors blends farming with factory automation and base building, or farm building, I suppose. As a Lola Mart farmhand, cultivate land and produce complex goods for supermarket delivery. Progress from manual farming to intricate automation using conveyor belts and processing stations. Create diverse production chains spanning crops, trees, livestock, and more, while processing raw materials to craft new structures. There's a quest system, which gives you rewards as well. There's not really a huge amount to go on for this one, but its sort of cute graphic style makes it, instantly appealing, I think, to a lot of people, and the sort of hardcore automation aspects certainly have got me very interested. The Diner at the End of the Galaxy combines restaurant management with space politics. Transform a deserted outpost into a bustling hub for aliens while influencing galactic affairs through cuisine. Manage dining halls and gardens while hiring staff quickly. Master over 50 recipes to appeal to diverse alien clientele with your culinary creations, swaying alliances and rivalries in the Nusa star system. Expeditions to distant worlds yield rare ingredients for your unique menu. Whether navigating rush hours or brewing exotic beverages, your choices to shape the reputation of the restaurant are coming to you at some point in 2025. Space Slog blends shipbuilding, crew management, and procedural storytelling in deep space. Keep your vessel operational while navigating resource shortages, alien threats, and crew conflicts. An event-driven AI ensures that each run is unique as you build ships, manage power systems, trade with factions, and explore derelict hulks, all while keeping your crew alive and motivated. Complex combat, medical system, and potential mutinies add depth to the game. Influenced by RimWorld and The Expanse, Space Slog rewards careful planning, whether you're building trade networks or commanding battle-hardened crews. Adaptory combines physics simulation with colony management. After a spaceship crash, manage 4 procedurally generated explorers with unique skills and personalities that develop throughout your playthrough. The game models nearly 50 materials with realistic physics, simulating gravity, temperature, density, and phase transitions. Generate power by capturing sunlight, boiling water with molten rock, or funneling gases to turbines. Think oxygen not included. It is kind of similar. It looks kind of similar. It feels kind of similar. Right, this is a game that I'm not necessarily sure you should get your hopes up about, because there's not been a significant number of updates since the last time that I reported on this one. Solar Baron puts you in charge of an interplanetary mining corporation in a resource-depleted future. Navigate a procedurally generated solar system as you establish extraction operations across planets and moons. Design spaceships and depot networks to transport resources to Earth while competing with rival corporations. Every decision about mining locations, transport methods, and technology investments shapes your company's future in this competitive interplanetary market. Atmosfar offers an open-world adventure on an alien planet with floating islands. Investigate humanity's final outpost while navigating with flying vessels and managing a mobile airbase. Pilot the Agile Wasp in 4 specialized classes, each with unique abilities for different tasks. Meanwhile, your massive cloud cruiser serves as a headquarters housing your fleet and upgrades. Dismantle scrap to manufacture fuel and upgrades while maintaining life support systems. Explore the atmospheric world solo or in co-op, discovering alien flora and adapting to changing weather conditions. Nothing with regards to a release date, but definitely one of the more visually interesting titles on this list. Dragonscale Monostary blends city and base building with survival as you lead a mountain monastery dedicated to dragon breeding. Construct on limited space rock ledges using bridges and ladders to overcome these constraints. Breed different dragon specimens to discover new species with unique powers, each requiring specialized care. Successfully raising these creatures earns favor with distant rulers, crucial for your survival. Face harsh winters, food scarcity, and temperamental dragons while organizing expeditions for rare resources. This early access title arrives at some point in 2025. Primordial Empire. This is a little bit of a challenging base builder to pin down. It's kind of a base builder, kind of a colony sim. You're building up this colony under the water, and it is filled with spores and microbes and stuff like that, and you need to make sure that you build plants and make sure that your resources are always able to access certain areas. There's a lot going on in this game here. I checked it out recently up in the top right hand corner, and there is a demo available right now if you're interested, listed as coming soon. So unfortunately, no updates with regards to a release date quite yet. Skyformer is a first-person survival and automation base builder, where you have to build factories run by drones to power a machine that terraforms the planet. You've got to build your base on the planet's surface, you've got to build your base in the sky in order to completely transform the world around you. It's a very interesting sort of concept for a game, and I really like the way that the sort of automation happens in this one. The drones are really excellent. There is a playtest ongoing if you're interested in checking it out, at least at the time of recording. There very well may be a demo coming up fairly soon. I think there's going to be a demo in May of 2025, and then hopefully we're going to see an early access release in August of 2025. Either way, I'm really excited for this one. I played it recently on the channel and really enjoyed what I saw. Final Outpost Definitive Edition throws you into zombie apocalypse management. Command humanity's survivors as you assign specialized roles, craft tools, and manage dwindling resources. Construct and upgrade a whole bunch of buildings while defending against zombies. Progress from basic weapons to sniper rifles as your outpost grows, balancing food production through farming and hunting while weathering harsh seasons. I enjoyed this one, actually played it on the channel fairly recently. No word on a release date yet, but I am watching this one for sure. And so that is it. That's the assembled list of all of the base builders that I am excited for over the next wee while. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. I do plan to cover a good number of these on the channel, so again, if you're not subscribed, then please do consider subscribing, because I'm going to be making videos about all of these games, and if you want to see how it plays, you want to see more, well then, you know, get subscribed so I can show you. Anyway, folks, thank you ever so much for watching. I've been Open Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.